School District High School Basketball, live on Stream It Sports, Northern Colorado. This broadcast is brought to you by Schrader Oil, fuel your day. By Pedersen Toyota in Fort Collins, everything cars made easy. By Jim's Wings, Northern Colorado's favorite wings since 1991. And by First Bank. Visit any of our convenient locations in Northern Colorado. First Bank, banking for good. And now for the play-by-play, here's David Haase and Randy McCoy.
Welcome to PSD Athletics. Tonight, live on Stream It Sports from Fort Collins, Colorado. We have a crosstown rivalry between the Fort Collins High School Lambkins hosting the visiting team from across town, Rocky Mountain Lobos, in Colorado high school football action. Hello, my name is Eric Freoff. And along with my partner here, Cody McCoy, and on the camera, Max Fink, we plan to bring you high definition, high power, high intensity, Northern Colorado crosstown rivalry basketball. And we're going to get to some points of this game where we're going to talk to you a little bit about the starting lineups, as well as the coaches and how the season's been forming for these teams as they come into a crosstown rivalry. But Cody, when you talk about crosstown rivalries, this has been the one that's been in the city for some time that has always lived up to its height, irregardless of where these teams are at in records or what they have done in the last game. And this is the kind of excitement you look for in high school basketball, don't you?
Oh, yeah. It does not matter the records coming into this game. It doesn't matter who won last year. We've talked about in the girls' game that these guys only play once a year now. They've added teams to the conference. So used to be you got to play one at your home and on the road, but nope, you get one game a year between the inner city schools to make a statement.
Well, we're going to see the statement being made early on as they're going to toss the ball. Rocky Mountain has lost the last 7 games, and they're only 2 of 8 over the last 10 games against Fort Collins High School. And the testament to that is Fort Collins High School is coming off their best season in a long time, with some fantastic players that have graduated. So this year,
a lot of seniors.
It's a new setup of players that we're going to see how well they adjust tonight to the pressure and the purpose that the Lobos have in coming cross town. We had a game earlier tonight where it was the Fort Collins High School girls versus the Lobos down the middle of the lane. That is a called foul. Yep. Bucket is waved off. That was Paul Romero going down the middle of the lane, but that was set in the lane by Ty Thompson. Excuse me, that wasn't Ty Thompson that took the charge on it, but it was Paul Romero that did create the foul. There you go, Ty Thompson. That's Ty Thompson who takes the 3. Quick and down the other end of the lane. Jump ball, this ball will go the Lambkins route. All right, well, 7 minutes, 12 seconds left in this first quarter, 0-0, and there's a lot of excitement. We're going to see a lot of up and down. I think our cameraman, Max Fink, is going to have to make sure he greases those bearings on this camera pod, making sure he goes back and forth, but you're going to see some fun, exciting basketball tonight. Good defenses so far by the Lobos. Sam Tiley, that's the name that you're going to hear a lot of tonight. Oh, nice tip. Reaching far back, that was Benny Khoury, the center, junior, 6'3". Right place at the right time, reaches back and is able to put it up off the backboard and puts the first points of the game for the Lambkins on the board. Tough play by Raymond Johnson on the ball. Joseph Uranowicz from 3, in and out. He is a rhythm player. He's going to need to make sure he gets those shots up and have success. Deep down there again. Ty Thompson misses 3. Nice rebound by Noah Lovell. the senior, 6'5". There are two 6'5" players out on the court. You just saw one of them. That was Noah Lovell. The other one is for the Lampkins, and that's Sam Tiley. And nice to the bucket.
And one.
And what we always like is the original, the natural one. Joseph Uranowitz from the Lobos is going to step up to the line. He get the first two. He's going to have to finish the last one. That foul is on Ben Tittlebaum. He's a senior, 5'9", and top scorer for the Lobos this year is Joseph Uranowitz. Joseph had a complimentary player last year, Xavier Johnson, who transferred out. So when you take a look at Brian Teffel's team, he's kind of one man down from what he was thinking he was bringing back this last year. Big three-pointer. He looks over to the fans, shakes his head. Ben Tittlebaum hits a three, makes it a 5-3 game. 5 minutes, 45 seconds left in this first quarter. Already living up to what we wanted on this game. Both teams do not have great records. Lobos coming into this game 5-6. Lampkins coming in 3-8. So they've really struggled also this season. It's an issue of giving up points and not being able to find the right rhythm for scoring. Three-pointer a little short. Tittlebaum brings it down. Outside three is hit by Johnson. Raymond Johnson, the sophomore, 5'10", comes and hits it, makes it an 8-3 game. Early on, the Lampkins saying, hey, this is my home court. I'd like to own it. I'm going to set the tone, and they are coming out hitting the shots.
And they're really dictating the pressure on defense. Really, Rocky's not, they're a little uncomfortable, not really sure what their offense is. The offense has not been smooth here in the first quarter because of the Collins pressure.
Yep, you're absolutely right. I like the way you talked about that. Oh, tipped out. Deep drive, could not get it in there. Joe Elliott. Elliott and Uranowitz are both the primary scorers for the team. They get most of the minutes, and you'll see them a lot up on the screen with regards to their productivity and what they can do for the Lobos, a crosstown rival. Uranowitz eyeing it up. Romero around. Nice little left-handed hook inside. That was Lovell. Makes it an 8-5 game with 4 minutes, 20 seconds left on this clock. Both teams only have one team foul against them. Each team just trying to feel each other out. Nice left-handed drive by Johnson. He had somebody on him, but he was able to fade slightly away and put it off the backboard. Oh, around the back, pulls it back, could not get it. And a foul, yep, that was going to happen. Joe Elliott thinking he had the three, just a little bit back on his shot, so the ball fell on the front of the rim and down at the other end after the rebound. Noah Lavelle, the senior, fouls. That's his first foul of the night. 2 team fouls against the visiting Lobos. These are the games I always enjoyed. My first varsity game was as a Lobo myself when I was growing up here in this town, was against the Lampkins. And I learned a lot from that first game, how well and competitive these games is. And then you see Joseph Uranowitz sees a missed shot off the back of the board, tip dunks it down. He pumps his chest and heads over to the side to pick up his man, makes it a 10-7 game. That gives him some excitement about how he finished that play. Yes, on Stream It Sports Live. This will be on demand later. You can go back and see that highlight as well, too. Offensive clear out. That's a foul on number 25, Sam Tiley. That's his first foul. 10-7, 3 minutes, 23 seconds. Did that get the Lobos excited? I know the fans did. We do apologize as you watch this game. There is a backboard in the way on the left-hand side of your screen. We've asked them to move it up, but it is broken. And so we will tell you a little bit about what you can and cannot see, or what you might not see in the old process of this game. And in that one, I hope you saw that dunk. If not, we hopefully described it to you just the way you wanted to see it. I got a nod from our cameraman, Max Fink, that says that was in the shot. And you will be able to watch that later on. Substitutions. Jeff Schmidt, his first year here at Fort Collins High School. He's the one that took over for Monty Alcarez, who took a team into the state tournament last year. And so Mr. Schmidt, from out of town, he came in from California to Colorado, and he's a special education teacher here. Deep down, nice shot by Carson Hewley. Yes, I know the Hewleys. Number 21, really a strong guard, senior, 6'1", hits a nice shot. Shoots it almost as good as his dad did, I guess, or at least his dad thought he could shoot that well. I'm sure he's a little bit faster than his dad right now. And then a tipped hand. The Lampkins trying to get it going and gets it down to the other end. Give that to Moore, number 1. Michaela Moore, the junior, 6'1", creates a turnover. And where a game was 10-7, now it turns into 15-7. Full timeout. We're going to take it as well, too, here on Stream It Sports Live. Be right back here. First quarter, the Lampkins leading 15-7.
If this is how your bank sees the world, how do they see you? Be an individual at First Bank. Banking for good.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
Crosstown rivalry back here in the first quarter. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left in this first quarter. 15-7. Lobos had made a big run with a huge tip dunk follow by Joseph Uranowitz to the making it 10-7. But the Lampkins have found their way back. Oh, check, hand check. Setting out on the sideline. Nice drive in there by Paul Romero. We talked about at the beginning of the broadcast here that Rocky Mountain Lobos have not had success here in the Lampkins environment, both at home as well as away. They only 2-8 against the Lampkins over the last 10 games and lost the last 7.
Great pass.
Nice back door and nice body control. Uranowitz gets a nice feed and gives the assist over to Joe Elliott. That's a tandem that you're going to see a lot of tonight. Ooh, off the backside, able to pull it back underneath. That was Tiley. Hewley kicks it back out to Tiley. He goes for 3. Can't get it. Rebound by Uranowitz. That's called Wolf. You got to call Wolf when that's happening. Turnover. And boy, a shot I'm not sure was going to go in there. That was Easton Radcliffe, number 5, the guard senior. Kind of a side shot.
Didn't look great off the hand there, but it hit the square. That's what the glass is there for.
Do you call that a hook shot or a hook shot? I don't know what he called it.
Baby hook? I don't know. Side hook?
That was nice. Nice shot by him. 15-11. It's a 4-point game. Minute left. Ooh, soft touch, could not get it. Almost hit in the back of the head. Uranowitz going to push the ball. He's trying to see if he can pull it. He does pull it. That's what happens in transition. If you push the ball and the defense is not set, if you have 1 foot ahead or you have one position going to the bucket, you can do it. Foul is going to be called here on number 21, Carson Hewley. It's his first. That's 14 fouls against Fort Collins and 2 against the visiting Lobos. Calmly steps up and rattles that one down. Cody, do you mostly rattle your free throws or do you typically swish them? I'm just trying to figure out which way you do your free throws.
Usually don't make them. So.
Oh. So that's called air or bounce them off the thing. Okay, well, there you go. Well, Joseph hits the first one. Second one, nothing but the bottom of the net. Tickles the twine. Makes it a 2-point game, 15-13 with 1 minute left in this first quarter. We knew this was going to be a good crosstown rivalry. We already saw a good one early this evening where the Lampkin girls beat the Lobos, but it was a close game down to the end. Nice back and forth by Sam Tiley, the 6'5", 185-pound, call it a forward center. Nice pull back to push it out for a nice baseline shot by Radcliffe. Elliott created all of that by just doing a little bit of a pullback and diving by his player. Tiley from three doesn't get it, but
oh, it was in his hands too.
Yep, ball just bounced out or got tapped out. Elliott, he tries to go for a three. Couldn't find it. No boards. Hewley drives deep. Tiley from three. And that one, he felt it, and the clock expires, giving the Lampkins a 20-15 lead. Nice play by Tiley. Hewley drives it deep, kicks it back out. 5-point lead. We're going to take a short time out here on Streaming Sports Live. We'll go to the second quarter, and this will be a barn burner here. Crosstown rivalry between the Lampkins and the Lobos. We'll be right back.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
Toyota-thon's on. Look at all those Toyotas.
Bet you could get a great deal in there. Yeah, we should go check it out.
Check it out. Impressive.
Sometimes you just have to snap them out of it a little bit.
Right now, get 0% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2018 RAV4 with Toyota Care, our no-car service plan.
'Tis the season. Toyota-thon is on.
Toyota, let's go places.
Start of the second quarter. Lobos take the ball inbounds. Lampkins come out, see if that, oh, nice juke play. Down the middle of the lane, and a soft teardrop by Fisher down the middle lane. Juked his man up front, able to get it in. It's a 3-point differential. Lampkins leading 20-17. We knew this was going to be an up and down game. We were expecting a little bit out of there. Whistles are going. Referees are checking it out. It will be a Lampkin ball, the foul against the Lobos. Substitutions coming in. That's the second foul against Noah Lavelle. Early on, the player to beat right now is Uranowitz with 9 points on the board with a spectacular dunk, tip dunk to follow. I'm sure Coach is looking over and saying that was not spectacular, getting lifted off your pins and getting the foul, but you got to give that to Tiley. Nice play. Coach Brian Tefel is relying on really a team that he's had to try to piece together. It's his fourth year, but he was trying to also have another player that was going to play really a big shooting opportunity for them, Xavier Johnson. So he's got to go and pick up a little bit more of that productivity. Wow, that was on edge. Rebound comes in. 3 opportunities at the board. Full court press. Boy, you give up offensive rebounds. Can't do that all night. Some stats are going to get a little bit up higher on the offensive rebounded side. No call. Joseph kind of going in, but it's both vertical. 23-17, 7 minutes left. Long distance by Hewley. But give the Lampkins another offensive rebound. Resets the clock. Tiley takes it out and hits the 3.
And points off offensive rebounds. That's just, your whole coaching staff gets gray hairs, especially when a 3-point off an offensive rebound happens. Wow.
Cody, you make a really good point there. Offensive rebounds forces a defense to not know what to do in regards to covering it. And so in that situation, they're going out and they're trying to go, okay, who's open? And Tiley was wide open.
And then they didn't recover. I mean, he really kind of gave him a second to come out and guard him, and they said nope.
They said no. Hey, We want to say Jim's Wings. You've been there before, Jim's Wings, haven't you? Oh, I tell you. A new sponsor for us here at Stream It Sports. They are great. Jim's Wings is Northern Colorado's best wings since 1991. Visit Jim and Julie's at Jim's Wings on Elizabeth by the CSU campus. You just make a U-turn around there and get right into that campus area. All of our sponsors tonight bring you this fantastic game live, high-definition stream, and on demand later on once it's finally posted, so that you can go back and watch this game, especially family members from afar, as well as local and teams. Joseph goes down, cuts between the two, but can't finish it out. Strong rebound underneath, puts it in. That's Chandler Young, senior forward, 6'2", strong underneath. They needed that. Travel. That was all based off of the defense outside, where there was a pass to go back out to Tiley, and I think it was Uranowitz that was denying that area, and Hewley drags his foot. 26-19, 7-point game. 6 minutes left in this first half. Two teams really trying to get themselves set. Lampkin's 3-8 on the season. Lobos 5-6, but that doesn't matter anything, because when you're in league, the Lobos are 2-0 and the Lampkins are 0-1.
That's all that matters.
Short, again, strong rebound, kicks it back out, three-pointer, misses. And I think the fans...
I got to tell you, there's nothing worse than air ball and a shot in an inner city game on the road.
Where fans, of course, are going to make sure you understood that you hit a shot, an air ball.
Not that I shot many, but...
Hope they're going to call a charge. Nice play.
That's a tough call because he wasn't really lined up with him, but he was set and ready for him.
Young was just slightly turned on that block, so that angle, and Tiley thought he might have it. He would have needed to do a little bit more of a Euro play where you do that sidestep around. He goes to the bench. That's 2 on Tiley. All right, what will the Lobos come out? They're down by 7. 5 minutes left in this half. They need to kind of keep moving. They're going to call it, and the bucket. Nice play by Elliott. Elliott splits 2 defenders and goes to the hole. Defense looked like it was getting spread because there was still a Lobo down at the baseline. Trying to help defense, could not pinch it off, and Elliott gets through, so now going for the 3. Checking out is Johnson, coming in is Moore for the Lampkins. That was the second foul on Johnson for the Lampkins. And Elliott goes up to see if he can finish the true 3 of basketball, which is an and 1. Knocks it down. Now gets to go to the bench and gets a little breather as Coach Tefel says, good job. Way to get to the hole. 4-point game. 26-22, 5 minutes, 15 seconds left. Long, deep drive, Hewley from 3. Long top arch. Joseph, tries to bring it down. Ball live, that was Schrader bringing the ball down.
Great find.
There's going to be a travel.
Good call.
Yeah, he came down, had 2 feet set as pivots, then he pivoted
Kinda
around
did a hop step.
and then picked up his foot again. Good call by the ref, saw that it was a transition. Not good for the Lampkins because they wanted to get a shot out of that one. All right. I think that was the shortest time on the bench that Elliott will ever take. He was only on there for, I think, 1 possession. Elliott averaging 30.5 minutes a game. Realize that with 4 8-minute quarters, that means if you do the quick math, he's only off the court for 2 minutes. Foul on the Lobos. That was a foul on number 43.
Came out from underneath his feet, it looked like.
Dalton Schrader, the strong forward guard, junior. Coming up with the ball is Ty Thomas from Fort Collins, senior, trying to get them into their routine. It's McKalen Moore. Drives deep, they're going to call it a block, and it's a baseline. So it was on the ground defensively. Foul against Easton Ratcliffe. That's his first. 16 fouls on both teams at this 4-minute, 25-second mark. So bonus for both teams after the next foul. Deep underneath, slapped away. Ratcliffe able to strip it away. Elliott has the ball, bringing it up. Hesitation dribble, brings him around. Hesitates around and then does a little drop, couldn't get it. Strong play inside. Jump ball. Possession arrow goes to the Lampkins. Got to give credit to Chandler Young, the senior, 6'2". 26-22, 4 minutes left in this first half of the crosstown rivalry game between the Lobos and the Lampkins. The visiting Lobos gets turnovers. As mentioned before, they have not been able to beat the Lampkins in the last 7 games against each other. And that's a long time, as mentioned by Cody before. Into the middle lane, finger roll, could not get it. Puts it off the backboard, gets it back again. Baseline. Ty Thomas stepping on the baseline. You know, those are heady players that understand that when you shoot a ball and it's an air ball but it taps off the backboard, you can go back and get it. It's a legal play because the ball's hitting a structure. Almost a turnover.
Great hustle, both players.
Michaela Moore really playing good defense outside. Silly foul by Tittlebaum.
Looks like we're going to be 1-1, I do believe.
Should be 1-1. Ben's second foul. We're in the bonus now for the Lobos. Joseph getting his first spell of the game. He averages 32.8 minutes per game. And if you were to think, how could you average 32.8 minutes per game with 4 8-minute quarters, means that they've been playing some overtime as well, too. And he usually plays a lot of minutes. Either that, the math on the whole thing is way off. So I'm not going to, I'm not the auditor.
I'm not a math person. So.
Not the auditor of the stats on the system. Steps up, Elliott puts him in. 2-point game, 3 minutes, 31 seconds left in this first half. Crosstown rival. They only get to play each other one time this year. As Cody has mentioned before, these are games out of bounds. Nice defensive play. He just shakes his fist, Ratcliffe, saying, hey, defensive pressure creates the turnover. And Thomas goes out off his leg and out of bounds. Elliott sizing up, seeing what he can do. Nice hesitation. Change of pace, change of direction. That's what our coach always used to tell us. Best way to be able to manage defense against you, change of pace, change of direction.
We got a tie ball game. Rocky has
26-26 at the 3-minute mark. You got to give credit. Rocky was down. They were getting hit pretty hard, but they've been chiseling away.
Just like the Rocky girls in that first game.
Yeah, they were down at half. Nice roller. Give that one to Thomas. Nice deep down. Gets it up over the defender. Rolls it up over the front of that rim. Ooh.
Tough angle.
It was. Travel. That's all defensive transition and getting into the lanes.
Just enough defensive pressure to make them feel uncomfortable from behind.
Yep.
Didn't really know. Couldn't really hear the footsteps. Took an extra step there.
You receive it, you turn, you plant, you look, and you see somebody there, and you go, oh, I need to get rid of it, but you take a step afterwards. Romero in for Ratcliffe. Elliott. See if he can pick up a quick one. A little behind the back dribble. Nothing there. Defense is going on. That's Fisher outside. Romero seeing if he can get it. Oh. Picks it back up. Ooh, that was like a fake pass. You fake it to one, unfortunately the other guy's behind him. Nice deep down underneath. Elliott just feeling comfortable with the ball. The senior 5'10", picking up the slack.
Gotta be an offensive foul.
That's going to be an offensive foul.
Just completely out of control.
Good defensive play by Tyler Fisher.
Defender still had his feet moving, but yeah, I mean, when the offensive player is that out of control.
Yep, runs him over.
And by rule, the defensive players' feet don't have to necessarily be set, right?
Correct. You could be moving.
As
It's
long
just
as
like you're
they're-
driving and somebody actually pushes off with a forearm.
Exactly.
You get those. So it's position play. That foul was against number 4, Tittelbaum. That was his third, so they got to substitute him out. Little hesitation dribble, deep down low. Romero sees if he can hit a 3. It's a 28-28 game, minute 33 left in this first half. Everything you wanted in this. Oh, speed, quickness. Michaelan Moore just goes down to the other end and draws the foul.
Moore's got
That's
arms
a burst
for days.
He does. He's lanky. He knows how to get up and go, and I think that's it's got a skill and have a gift like that. You might as well use that, and he's able to get it up and draw the foul. That's 17 fouls against the Lobos, though this is a 2-shot foul. 8 against the Lambkins, and Moore misses the first of 2. Moore on the season, free throw wise, is a 50% free throw shooter. He shows you that right there. He was 8 for 16 coming into this game. Now he's 9 for 17. So 9 for 18. Here we go. Man on ball. There's a 5-second call coming here. No, he broke it. Romero deep down in the lane, needs to find an outlet. Elliott's going to need to take it for him. Minute left in this game. He decides to shoot a 3 in and out and around that rim. 29-28, Lampkins leading. 54 seconds. 3-pointer. Quick shot. I'm not sure if Coach wanted that shot. That would be over the... Well, nope, there is no such thing as over the back in basketball. That is a foul against Moore, and that'll be 1-on-1 on the other end. Just a little note for you, McCoy. You can open up any referee handbook and rule book, and you will never see the word over the back.
That's why I never got it called for me.
That's right. You'd never get it called because nobody can call over the back, even though most fans would look at it and go, that's over the back. The only call that you can make in those situations is a push. And that's what was called against number 1, Moore. And down at the other end, 1-on-1, hits the front end of the 1-on-1. Dalton Schrader ties the game up with 29-29, getting the second one out of the 1-and-1. 47.7 seconds left in this first half.
We have an update from Poudre High School, 42-41.
Good
after 3
game.
quarters for Randy McCoy on the other Stream It Sports channel.
I tell you, Stream It Sports is doing a great job up here in Northern Colorado, bringing you live, streamed. Quick hands by Joseph Uranowicz. He gets fouled hard.
Should be a clean foul, though.
Yep, he did go after the ball. Could have been flagrant, but intentional. But no, it was true. He came down on the ball and pulled it off. That's a 2-shot foul, but that's 10 team fouls against the Lampkins. 30 seconds left in the first half. Tied 29-29. Uranowicz steps up to the line. Off the back of the rim. Uranowicz shoots 72% free throw. He's got 58. That's 58 coming into this game. Free throw attempts. 42. Did he pretty much brick that?
Yes, he did.
He bricked that one.
25 seconds left. They should keep it for the last shot here.
Boy, 2 points that the Lobos could have had there, either on the turnover and transition or free throws. And
Rocky trapping, should get the jump
it
ball,
is
and they
a
will.
jump ball, 13.6 seconds. And that possession arrow early on in this first half, when there was a tie-up, you knew those things come back at strategic points. This is a good situation for Coach Brian Tefel to see if he can get that last bucket of the half.
Not calling a timeout, going to trust the offense.
He is.
You practice every day. You run the same plays, see if they can pull it off and execute.
Fisher bringing the ball up. Kicks it out. Elliott from 3. Back of the rim. 3 seconds. Nothing into it. Just not enough time. And it goes in the books at halftime here at Fort Collins High School. The hosts have 29 on the board, but the visitors at Crosstown Rivalry, or the Rocky Mountain Lobos, have 29 as well too. We're going to take a halftime break, and during this time frame, we're going to bring up Kevin Lytle, talk a little bit about high school basketball up here in Northern Colorado. Hope you can join us with us as well too. We'll be back after this short timeout and sponsors' messages on Streaming Sports Live.
Toyotathon's on. Look at all those Toyotas.
Bet you could get a great deal in there. Yeah, we should go check it out.
Impressive.
Sometimes you just have to snap them out of it a little bit.
Right now, get 0% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2018 RAV4 with Toyota Care, our no-cost service plan.
'Tis the season. Toyotathon is on.
Toyota, let's go places.
Great news! We broke our all-time sales record, and it's all thanks to my nephew, Skylar.
Bro, it's Sky.
After my brother made me hire Sky, I switched us to First Bank to make up for him. Now business is better than ever.
No matter the reason, switching to First Bank can help your business grow.
After playing the game for many years, and I decided I could either watch from the couch or get on the field and become part of the game.
I became a judge because it was a natural transition from being a gymnast to coach, now judge.
I love the large crowds, the excitement of the game, and you know what? I got the best seat in the house.
Help these kids. Help this community. Become an official.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
Well, welcome back to Streaming Sports Live. We're here at halftime in a great crosstown rivalry between two schools that really have had legendary experiences here in Northern Colorado. The host Fort Collins High School Lambkins on the crosstown rivalry is the Rocky Mountain Lobos, and boy, I tell you, both of those teams want to win this game. Their season's not going really great, but this first half, it's tied 29-29. I'm joined here by the Coloradoans, Kevin Lytle. Kevin Lytle knows everything you want to know about high school football, basketball, any sport in Northern Colorado, but we're going to talk about the hardwood tonight. And I tell you, this has been a great game so far. So far, what are you seeing out of these two teams that are really struggling for their season to be what they want it to be, but you see them fighting out there on the court?
Yeah, entertaining first half, I would say, and you can see, like you say, sort of the importance of this game. Both, it's the big rivalry game. Everyone wants to win this. Got a good crowd here, so there's always that. But then when you look at the season as a whole, Rocky Mountain, obviously tough non-conference, but they've started well in conference play, beat up on a couple of the bottom teams, which you need to do if you want to capital things. And now they're thinking if they can beat Fort Collins, all of a sudden we have some momentum. Non-conference is gone out of our minds, all that. And then for Fort Collins, kind of in some ways similar, tough non-conference play. They're also battling some injuries, so trying to find their footing. First-year coach, a lot of new players. So this is one that I think both sides are thinking, let's win this, and it can catapult us forward.
Well, and you take a look at this. These teams are relying on some of the seniors out there. Joseph Uranowitz from the Lobos is playing a pretty good game out there. He's just aggressive. But you got Elliott out there, too, as well, shooting really well. You mentioned conference. Right now, Rocky Mountain's 2-0, and Fort Collins is 0-1, and it's the tipping points there. But when we take a look at the overall conference for boys basketball in the 5A area, what do we see in this conference?
It's wide open. I know across town, you guys have on Streaming Sports, really good game. Fossil Pooter going right now. I think Pooter is kind of a sneaky team. They've been down for a while, but they have some good young players, and they're getting better every year. I think they're dangerous. Fossil Ridge, we know, gets better throughout the year. Matt Johansson does a great job. They're trying to find their footing. They graduate a lot of guys, and that's kind of the league as a whole. There is no front runner. You could pick 5 names out of a hat and say they're the one that's going to win it, and I couldn't tell you otherwise because it's wide open.
Well, last year we had one. It was Fort Collins High School.
There's no doubt.
They were saying, hey, I'm going all the way, and they did. They went pretty far in that tournament. They lost a lot of players, Palacio, Faffinger, players that went on. And now a new coach had to step in for the Fort Collins High School when Monty Alcaraz did that. He's got to be able to try to recreate from what he has, and a lot of hope for it, I think.
Yeah, it was always going to be tough. Like you say, a bunch of seniors, they went undefeated in conference play, went all the way to the Final 8, but losing all those guys and Monty, you know it's going to be tough. And this system, it's interesting. First-year coach, a lot of new players, man, they go up and down. It's going to take some time to adjust, like I say, some injuries too. But it's pretty entertaining, and you can see once they have guys that have been in the system for a while, it could be a lot of fun to watch. And I think the idea is be a talent equalizer. You know, we don't see maybe the high-level D1 prospects that some Denver schools have, but if you go up and down like that and can control tempo and wear teams down, it can be pretty fun. So I'm really fascinated to see not just tonight and the rest of the season, but how this program grows with this system.
Yep, just starting to build from scratch, if you could call it that, and he's moving them forward. You know, earlier tonight we had also the girls' game. Boy, that was quite a close game at the end because Fort Collins High School had that lead, but the Lobos brought it back in, just couldn't finish out at the end.
Yeah, it turned into a really good game. Fort Collins had just stifled Rocky Mountain so impressively defensively that in the first half, I didn't think there was any way Rocky Mountain could come back, but they found their footing, I think, kind of calmed down, really started feeding it inside. Gabriella McDonald, one of the best athletes in the entire city or state even, started making some plays. She got going. Kylie Towney hit some shots. Patty Bennett had a couple shots. All of a sudden, it's a one-possession game, but credit to Fort Collins. They kind of held their nerves, made a couple nice plays. I remember Grace Sluss had that great pass into Delcy Johnson that kind of iced the game right there.
That was a big play at the end.
And that, we talked about the
senior
boys
leadership.
Seniors.
Yeah,
they played a lot of games. They're, thinking this could be their time to put together a really special season. 11-0, best defensive team in 5A right now. Can't be better than that, 11 games in.
11-0. Boy, that's one that's going to be tough to beat, and that was their first conference game.
Yep.
Kevin, you do a great job with Colorado, and you cover us well up north, and we want to thank you for coming on this halftime just to talk about sports. And I know you love it. We love it. We try to broadcast it. You write about it. It makes it a great
ton of fun. Love being at these games. Love chatting with you guys.
Hey, thanks for coming up. This is Kevin Lytle from Colorado. My name's Eric Freehow from Stream of Sports. We'll take a short break and bring you the second half of an exciting game tied 29-29, Fort Collins High School versus the Rocky Mountain Lobos. We'll be right back.
Toyota-thon's on. Look at all those Toyotas.
Bet you could get a great deal in there. Yeah, we should go check it out.
Impressive.
Sometimes you just have to snap them out of it a little bit.
Right now, get 0% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2018 RAV4 with Toyota Care, our no-cost service plan.
'Tis the season. Toyota-thon is on.
Toyota, let's go places.
Great news! We broke our all-time sales record, and it's all thanks to my nephew, Skylar.
Bro, it's Sky.
After my brother made me hire Sky, I switched us to First Bank to make up for him. Now business is better than ever.
No matter the reason, switching to First Bank can help your business grow.
After playing the game for many years, and I decided I could either watch from the couch or get on the field and become part of the game.
I became a judge because it was a natural transition from being a gymnast to coach, now judge.
I love the large crowds, the excitement of the game, and you know what? I got the best seat in the house.
Help these kids. Help this community. Become an official.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
Yeah, welcome back to second half. Live, high definition streaming sports on Stream It Sports. We are at a crosstown rivalry. Fort Collins Lambkins versus the Rocky Mountain Lobos in Lambkin land, if you want to call it, in their house. We're tied 29-29 going into the second half. And boy, I tell you, if you weren't here for the first half, you missed a fun game. And we're looking forward to this second half to be the same way. Well, the only changes that we have seen in this game right now at the first half so far is a change in referees. Looks like one of the referees was substituted out, and so they got a new one coming in. That's going to be a check or a push on the sideline. First foul. And that is a foul against number 10, Joe Elliott, on the defensive end. That's his first foul. Baseline drive. Boy, that's a rake across. And then Schrader from the Lobos picks up the second foul for the team, all within 20 seconds of this third quarter. Still tied 29-29. That's his second foul, Dalton Schrader. Nice pickup by Romero off the miss, though I'm sure Fort Collins would like to have started with a bucket. Deep down, not set.
Good idea, though. He did have him sealed down there deep in the paint. Would have had an easy layup, just a little too far on the pass.
Well, Lavelle just definitely didn't have his feet in place, and so he's re-establishing and falling backwards, and this pass was just too much. Nice drive down the middle of the lane by Raymond Johnson, number 0, trying to tip it down into, I think that was Corey. I think that was who was there. I couldn't see behind this backboard. We apologize. We can't get that backboard up higher. We negotiated. We pushed. We asked. We said, could we get it out of the way? Jump ball. Quick hands. Schrader.
That's a pretty good call. He looks a little angry at it, but, I mean, you really just handed him the ball, and you both held on to it.
Right. And what's nice is the Lambkins could not score out of it, so now the Lobos get the ball and see if they can now break this 29-29 tie. Didn't like the shot. Elliott, who has carried most of the team this first half, goes down the lane and just softly sets it up off the backboard. He just knows how to use his pace and his direction to create shots going down the sides of the lane.
I believe this is Rocky's first lead of the game.
29-31, you're absolutely right, Cody. I haven't seen the... Yeah, at the beginning of the game, there was no lead, and it was just tied up towards the end.
Yeah, Collins came out firing on the three-point line.
Oh, my gosh, that was quite a try at the bucket. He was losing it on the way down. Jump ball goes to the Lambkins. Joseph helping up the fellow Lambkin, well, the rival Lambkin. Tittlebaum. Lambkin ball. And then an error almost out of bounds. Oh, travel. That's one of those difficult ones. You got momentum. You got a guy on your back.
You can call anything. You can call nothing. But either way, you're going to be wrong in someone's eyes. We just got a final from Fossil. Fossil 54 beat Pooter 54-42.
Wow.
In the men's game.
Wow. On the road. It was over at Pooter. Well, that out of bounds was on Johnson. I was going to say, you can call me Ray, you can call me Jay, but you can't call me Johnson if you remember those old commercials, but I won't go that back far for us. Elliott out tops, got the Lobos out ahead, 31-29 on his last drive down the middle of the lane, or side of the lane. Uranowitz going to have to find his rhythm as well, too. Nice pull-up jumper. So 11 points for Uranowitz, 11 points for Elliott. Down at the other end.
Rocky putting a good amount of pressure.
Yep.
The first half, it was Rocky was uncomfortable on offense. Now it seems to have switched a little bit, but with the and one.
And an and one. It was a bump and push of the body, but nice play.
What do I know, Eric? What do I know?
Yes. Yeah. Good. Well, you were saying it was aggressive defense, and so I think Tilly, feeling that aggressive defense, goes across the middle of the lane, and that process shuttles the ball up and goes up for the hard three and finishes it out, or what we'll call the natural three. So that was the third foul on Schrader, so he's going to the bench. Coach DeFell's going to have to try a different route with him off, because Schrader was doing a great job with his intensity out there, creating. Elliott bringing the ball up, sizing it up. Trying to get a deep play underneath, but cannot get it. Noah Lavelle. A lot of work down there on the post. Good quick hands. Sam Tiley gets it. He has the ball. Oh, he feels comfortable. Gets bumped and going to the line again. Joseph Uranowitz gets a little juked, gets up instead of down in his defensive stance. Can't kick out. He's a half step behind and bumps him. And that puts the Lambkins ahead. They were behind 33. They were behind 31-29.
Offensive rebound.
Misses the and one. 34-33. Romero, ball gets stripped. Oh, nope, they're going to call the foul. I think that's going to go against McKaylen Moore on the foul. 2 shots. 1 point game, 5 minutes, 19 seconds left in the third quarter. This crosstown rivalry. The 5 and 6 Lobos trying to see if they can get another conference win. They're 2-0 so far in league. See if they can get one on the road. I think Kevin Lytle said it really well. Their preseason, they were bumped around because they went into some highly competitive environments, tournaments as well as play, and they are bumped around, but they're trying to get their confidence back, but they're winning where they need to win, which is conference. Tiley from outside, short, picked up by Uranowitz.
Pretty quick shot there.
Yep. Quick shot. I wasn't sure if that was a good enough one in transition, especially as Coach Schmidt is trying to make sure his team, Schmidt is first year coaching at the Lambkins. Almost finishes it, can't, but Lavelle will go to the line. Lambkins coming off a 3-game losing streak. You don't want those kind of streaks. Fouls on number 0, Raymond Johnson, the sophomore. Lavelle hits the front of 2, makes it a 36-34 lead for the Lambkins at the 4-minute 48 seconds. Yeah, essentially, the Lambkins went through a really tough stretch here. They had Riverton in Riverton, Wyoming. They played at the Cheyenne East High School area. That was up a part of a Cheyenne tournament. And then there was Green River and Thompson Valley, and they just were not able to finish it out. 37-34. 4 minutes, 43 seconds left in this third quarter of the crosstown rivalry. Oh, quick hands. That shuttle pass or the handoff.
Great hands.
Quick
Better
hands.
hands.
Standing out of bounds, but you got to give credit. Gets the steal, but gets back. Almost creates a turnover.
Someone needs to pass the ball in.
I think so.
It's a new rule this year, but
yes, to get the ball in, it is a dead ball until it comes in. Tiley has 14 points on the game for Collins so far. He's been a critical player for the Lambkins. Uranowitz and Elliott both have 11. Everybody else is down in the single-digit area. And did not see, that was Hayden Hines, the senior, 5'10", dribbling away and then kicks it back, thinking that the defender had followed. Radcliffe
could get a good shot here.
Yep.
Man behind.
And then Elliott anticipates the dish and pulls it back in. Then he tries to pull it back and short off of Lampkins. That didn't grab rim. It did grab a little net, but not rim. And that wouldn't be a swish. That would be
Canadian swish.
Yeah, he had to step back because the defensive transition was so good that he didn't have a clear shot at the hole. Long distance shot, smooth, could not find it. Defensive transition, Tiley.
Great move.
Feeling very comfortable. Did the bucket? The bucket didn't go down. I think the ref was thinking the bucket went down. Did the bucket go through?
I don't think so.
No, there's no bucket, but they're going to call a charge. Nope, they're going to charge a block. They're going to confirm
he landed pretty hard on his wrist as well.
There is no bucket.
I think they're trying to figure out if it went in.
There is no bucket. We do have Stream of Sports. Does have on demand, but we're not going to use it right here. There's 2 shots. It's a block. That foul was against Hayden Hines, his first. 5 team fouls against the Lobos. Tiley trying to add, but could not finish the front end of 2. Tiley on the season as a free throw shooter has shot 62 coming into this game, made 45, is 73% shooter. Made the second one. Now it's a 2-point game, 37-35. Looks like Fisher just trying to make sure they were taking the right shot. Double team comes out of it. Quick
Good ball
reverse.
movement.
Yes, strong to the hole. Oh!
Not sure. That was a pretty late charge. And
okay.
Maybe not close to a flop, but he jumped to the side and he fell backwards.
Second on Hayden Hines. That's the 5th time. Almost felt like he jumped and he was fading to the left, and the defender fell back in anticipation.
Oh wow, we got a tip.
But again, we're this far away. I'm going to trust what the refs are seeing, so I'm going to go right with them. Let's see. So Lobos finding somebody to toss it in. So Fisher says, "I'll do it." Elliott says, "Okay, let's run this." We got a 2-point lead with 3 minutes 20 seconds left in this third quarter. Fisher brings the ball back out. Another teardrop play, could not get it. Nice quick play by Hewley, out to Tiley. Oh, nice touch.
Great pass.
Those are the fast breaks you're looking for. Nice play. Nice toss up to Thomas for a hit off the backboard and in. And that ties us at 37 apiece with 2:54 left in this third quarter. Romero. Oh. Going to the hole hard. Fisher gets the ball knocked. Foul against number 2, Ty Thomas, the senior. Going to go to the line for 2. Well, game situation, 6 fouls against the Lobos, 3 against the Lampkins. Lobos playing aggressive defense, and a couple of those fouls this first half is also charges, or well, actually blocks, because Tiley going to the hole. Missed the first of 2, but's able to finish the second one. All right, what will the Lampkins do? Drive hard? Yes.
Another somewhat late call.
Uranowitz. Trying to see if it's against 45. So it's not against Uranowitz, against Lavelle. He must come in from the side. That puts Tiley on the line. I knew I could get you to eke some of these Mike and Ikes that I brought here. These are things that get you through doubleheaders like this. Well, I tell you, it's been a great night for basketball here in Northern Colorado, especially in this confines of the Fort Collins Lambkins. There is a 30-second timeout that's going to be called by Jeff Schmidt. We're going to take a short timeout here at Stream It Sports Live. 39-38, Lambkins over the visiting Lobos.
Toyota-thon's on. Look at all those Toyotas.
Bet you could get a great deal in there.
Yeah, we should go check it out.
Impressive.
Sometimes you just have to snap them out of it a little bit.
Right now, get 0% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2018 RAV4 with Toyota Care, our no-cost service plan.
'Tis the season. Toyota-thon is on.
Toyota, let's go places.
Third quarter here, crosstown rivalry, 39-38. Lambkins leading the Lobos. Hey, Jim's Wings. Yes, they are sponsoring us, and they have great wings. Jim's Wings, Northern Colorado, best wings since 1991. Visit Jim and Julie's at Jim's Wings on Elizabeth by the CSU campus. Just make a little U-turn there, take a ride in there, and great place to go grab wings before CSU games as well as anytime. Joseph Uranowitz goes down through the middle lane trying to draw traffic trying to draw contact, could not get it. Not able to finish it. Behind by 1 point, 39-38. It's third quarter, so there's a lot of basketball left. Nice move. Feeling very comfortable going to the hole. That's 19 points for that's Sam Tiley, 19 points. He averages 22 points per game, so he's right on track, and he still has a quarter under his belt. Not an optimal shot by the Lobos. Looked like it was rushed a little bit. Minute 45 left in this third quarter. Well, if you're feeling it, you might as well shoot it. That would be a not what they call a what?
Over the back.
It's not called over the back. It is a foul called a push in the back. And that foul is against number 15, Benny Curry. He's the center, a junior, 6'3". Being aggressive, trying to get something on the offensive boards. 3-point lead by the Lampkins. Minute 30. Elliott has been the one to go to. It's been kind of quiet lately. Others have been taking shots. Elliott backs it out, doesn't like what he sees. See if Fisher does. Creates space so the count comes off. Minute 10 left in this third quarter. Boy, the Lobos are being very patient.
Really
in what they're trying to do. They're
shot.
trying to see it, yeah. Three-pointer from outside. Back of the rim, you got to hit those shots, especially when you're out on the road.
Really haven't gotten a shooting flow from the three-point line. Everything that they've been successful with has been more in the paint, driving to the bucket, being aggressive.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Fisher's a 54% three-point shooter, so
we got to travel.
Turnover. Yeah, Fisher is 15 for 28 on the season from three-point range, 54%, so you expect him to be stepping up and hitting those. 33 seconds left in this first crosstown rivalry, only crosstown rivalry of the season between these two teams, because that's the way it's set up. Joseph Uranowitz passes it away, 22 seconds. Sam's going to dunk it. He tried to dunk it. He felt like somebody was underneath it.
He held on to the rim, just
held on to the rim.
A second too long.
I don't think that was an issue of anybody undercutting. That was just him hanging on the rim and then falling on the ground. They're calling a foul on. No,
I don't think
they're going to give it anything.
Foul.
It's either a.
Looks like
so
no
they're calling
foul.
it a turnover.
Yeah, they just.
So
they
it must be an
stopped
injury.
The game. Yeah.
It's a stoppage to see did he get injured. He hung onto that rim a little bit going up, thinking somebody was going to come underneath him.
He did a flip,
and as he
though.
fell, and he fell hard on his back.
That's why they stopped it, because he did flip, and the whole gym knew it. So smart move by the refs just to stop play, make sure everything's okay. 10 seconds left here. Rocky should be able to get a good shot if they run their play, execute right.
Elliott's got the ball. That's where you need him. He creates space, steps back, throws a three, rattles around, can't get it in. After three here in the crosstown rivalry game between the Lampkins and the Lobos here in Fort Collins, Colorado, it's 41-38. We're going to take a short break here at Stream Sports and come right back with some exciting fourth quarter basketball.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
If this is how your bank sees the world, how do they see you? Be an individual at First Bank. Banking for good.
Start of the fourth quarter. Exciting Northern Colorado basketball at Stream Sports live, high definition. Max Fink on the camera for you. Cody McCoy right here next to me. We're going to watch an exciting fourth quarter. 41-38. Rocky gets the ball at the beginning and goes hard to the hole and brings it within one. 41-40. This is going to be exciting. Deep underneath.
Great defense.
Couldn't find it. Johnson gets turnover. Elliott, no call. It's on the ground, and I tell you,
They're
Coach.
going to say the feet tripped up.
Somebody comes in hard. Boy, this is just.
Bodies are flying.
There is lots of bodies, and then Romero just not making it back on transition, stays down there, picks it up, takes the lead, 42-41. Lobos making a run.
And with the pressure now.
Nice change of pace, change of direction. Tiley could not get it in there.
A lot of chaos here at the start of this fourth quarter. Should be a charge.
Oh, they're going to call a charge. Ball did not go through the rim. The bucket was good.
I don't think it.
I think he is calling it.
Called the bucket
is good.
But did it go? No. All right. He changed it.
Changed it. Okay. Yep. There was no bucket. It did look like it was going to go down, but it just rolled off the side of the rim. Uranowitz goes up to take 2 shots. Foul was on number 15. Benny Curry, the center.
That was close to a charge, but I think he slid in there just a little late.
Yep, it's timing. You're right. He didn't establish himself. Good eye. That's 5 team fouls against the Lampkins, 7 currently now against the visitors, Lobos. Uranowitz hits one of the two. 2 of them? Yep, 40. One of the two, 43-41. 6:45 left in this fourth quarter. It's an exciting game. Lobos want to continue their conference perfection of 2-0 into a 3-0 here on the road against the Lampkins. Lampkins trying to get their first league win, being at home. Lots of pressure. Yep, that's going to be a foul up top. Lavelle.
Should be 1-1 from here on out.
Should be. 18 fouls against the Lobos. That's a lot of free throws potential. That's the 4th foul against Lavelle. The senior, power forward, 6'5", is going to have to step out and come back in is Dalton Schrader. Relaxed at the line, sizing it up. Throws the ball up. Cannot put it in. That was Benny Curry that just could not handle it. Now it's going to be a foul. That's the 6th team foul against the Lampkins, so no one-on-one. Do not know who the foul was against. They do not have that up on the board. 6 minutes, 15 seconds left in this fourth quarter. Great crosstown rivalry going on, 43-41. Romero sizing it up. Elliott says, no, I'll take it. Off the front of the rim. And Romero just hangs around and continues to work on following up the shot.
No Lampkins were even in the area, even on the second chance. No one was really in the paint.
Elliott, I'm not sure what that play was. Elliott was giving some heavy defense up front, pressure. Had a couple ones that were given away, and now he's going to put the Lampkins on the line.
Exactly.
60 feet away.
2 points.
Every coach is going to look at it and just don't put the people on the line if you're 60 feet away from the bucket. But Raymond Johnson, the sophomore, is going to step up and see if he can put 2 more. It's a 45-41 game. Lobos are leading. Misses another free throw. Boy, 2 opportunities by the Lampkins to start getting back in this game. Down by 4. I hate to say in this game. They've had the lead most of the time. Lobos just over the last few minutes have taken the lead. What will the Lobos do and what can the Lampkins do to get this game closed out? Elliott looks long but can't find it. A lot of work on the post. They're bringing it along in a double team down on the base. Yep, they're going to drop somebody down. And he goes up, cannot pick it up. Foul is on number 0, Raymond Johnson, the sophomore. That's 7 fouls against the Lampkins, so there's going to be 1-on-1 going down the stretch, but this is a 2-shot foul. Joseph misses the first one. He's been shooting about 50% tonight on the bucket. Joseph at the line has 12 points tonight on the game. 13 now. Gives them a 5-point lead over the home team, the Lampkins. Uranowicz averages 17.6 points per game. It's going to be a timeout.
Looks like a full one.
Jeff Schmidt, first year at Fort Collins High School, wants to talk to his team on this final stretch. 5 minutes, 16 seconds left in this fourth quarter. 41-46. The visiting Lobos are over the Lampkins. We'll be right back after this short timeout.
Toyota-thon's on. Look at all those Toyotas.
Bet you could get a great deal in there. Yeah, we should go check it out.
Impressive.
Sometimes you just have to snap them out of it a little bit.
Right now, get 0% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2018 RAV4 with Toyota Care, our no-cost service plan.
'Tis the season. Toyota-thon is on.
Toyota, let's go places.
There comes a time in every athlete's life when their participation in sports is coming to an end, and so officiating is a way to stay involved.
The day I started officiating is just as fun as now.
When I'm officiating, making decisions, a decision that's instantaneous, for me there's no greater feeling.
I became an official because I wanted to give back.
Get off the couch and get into the game.
Become an official.
Inbounds play by the Lampkins. Behind by 5, 41-46 with 5 minutes left in this fourth quarter. Trying to find a rhythm coming out of a timeout. Coach Schmidt didn't like what he was seeing out of his offense, so he calls him over. And then
turnover.
Moore not being able to get it, and they're going to call the foul. Trail, I think it's going to be against Moore, who caused the turnover, or essentially threw the turnover, trying to scramble back to see if he can stop Elliott. Elliott going up. And as Moore comes in from behind, hits him. Not what Coach Schmidt wanted coming out of that timeout. Elliott hits first of two, puts the Lobos up, 47-41. He has 12, now 13 points. Both Joseph Uranowicz and Joe Elliott have 13 apiece. Boy, he's just playing with fire there, getting that close. Little runner there, nice play by Hewley. Shoots it almost like his dad. Runs down the middle lane, a little teardrop. We talked a little bit about that earlier this game. 48-43, 5-point game. Elliott looking for a long one. Romero's going to maybe look down. Joseph gets an easy one on the nice feed by Romero down on the post. Makes it a 50-43 game with 4:20 left.
Now, if you're Rocky on defense, you're just trying not to foul.
Yeah, it is 9 fouls on Rocky. Three-pointer can't go in. Pulled down, nice rebound by Chandler Young, the senior. I think the recipe is one and done and try to get it into Elliott's hands.
Burn a little clock on the way.
Yep, right now they are. 3:50 left on the clock in the fourth quarter, up by 7 with the ball.
Had the roll there.
Little tough. Romero almost throws it out. Tefel calling out something from the baseline. Can he get it? And Joseph gets it down on the post, creates some space, falling slightly away, and hits another one. Now it is a 9-point game. The Lampkins are starting to lose their footing here. This is the person that's going to need to bring it in. Block underneath. Tyler going hard to the hole, reaching up to the backboard. Able to get it while he was stretching. Young picks up the foul. That's his first of the game. That's 10 total team fouls, but it'll be 2 shots. This is the player that's going to need to be able to bring the Lampkins back. Ooh. 9-point deficit. Needed that one to break it down. Bring it down.
Free throw shooting has been an Achilles heel of the Lampkins here in the second half.
It has. 50% there on the line, that one attempt. It's an 8-point game, 44-52. Long pass down the court, taking off some of the pressure. Almost off the foot from Romero. Timeout, full. We're going to go with them as well, too. It's 3 minutes, 6 seconds left on this game here on Stream It Sports Live, 44-52. The visiting Lobos are over the Lambkins. We'll be right back after you listen to these great sponsors that bring you this live, high-definition high school basketball.
Everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
If this is how your bank sees the world, how do they see you? Be an individual at First Bank. Banking for good.
Welcome back to Northern Colorado, where some fun basketball is going on between crosstown rivals Fort Collins Lambkins and the visiting Rocky Mountain Lobos as they've come across town about 3 or 4 miles between schools. The Lobos early down, trying to find their rhythm, have found it now, and they take the lead midway through this second half, and now lead 44-52, and there's 3 minutes left in this game. So now the Lobos, coming out of a timeout, want to make sure that they had their right plan for this last 3 minutes.
Get it to that man right there.
Looking for the foul, couldn't get it, but you got to give credit to Young picking the ball. Elliott could be a dagger, hits a three, puts them up by 11, 44-55 with 2:30 left.
Man,
Tiley.
If that doesn't go in, he might be sitting on the bench, but what a shot. Really, you think you said it right. Could be the possible dagger in this game.
Nice play by Tiley, but just could not get a handle of where to get that ball. It almost was an air ball. Nice reverse pivot, but couldn't get it. Uranowitz, he's looking for it, can't get it. Give the credit to Young, getting the rebound, keeping it alive. It's those types of plays and those types of players that make teams successful. The unsung heroes that don't score maybe as many points, but go in and get the rebounds. You got to give a head up for Young, who only has 2 points, but's gotten some critical rebounds late in this game.
Now it's all about clock management with these last few possessions.
Minute 45, Elliott tries to see if he can get it up and on, and he has found the rhythm. He's got 18 points on tonight, 17 for Joseph Uranowitz. Both of them have brought this team around. Deep three, could not find it. Trying to see if he can get back in this game. Romero gets hacked on the back end. Thomas, who missed the three, hustling back down, could not get it. A minute 26 seconds, that's a 13-point deficit. Boy, this game just changed. Would you say?
Oh, yeah. Second half of that fourth quarter, just Rocky took over. Collins couldn't really buy a bucket.
Lampkins had this in the kind of the rhythm with Santilli going to the hole, drawing things, but towards the end of this second half, really Elliott and Uranowitz took over.
Now, if you're Rocky, they've been doing that full court press, but at this point, it's probably smarter to get back, make sure you have your defense set instead of, pressuring all the way up there, possibly fouling them, but you're also rushing them. They're trying to get the ball down faster.
Oh, Romero
but
steps
an offensive
in.
Rebound.
He does and gets fouled by Johnson. Oh. Well, the 3-8 Lampkins, 0-1. They are
they had this
0-2 at home court, so they have not won yet on their home court, and it doesn't look promising here, down by 14 with a minute 24 seconds left. Foul out by number 0, Raymond Johnson, the sophomore guard. He's got a lot of promise for this team coming the next few years. Playing varsity as a sophomore, very athletic, aggressive. Just wasn't able to put it in. Second shot
They're going to stick with that full court man press.
I think it's one just to suck down the clock.
Mm-hmm.
You know, make sure that nothing's easy. And it was kicked off the foot. I'm not sure who by Hewley. Now you got to manage the clock. Romero. Yep, minute 12.
Still staying aggressive.
They stay very aggressive. And guess who gets the rebound? Did I tell you about it? Chandler Young.
I would say offensive rebounds has been, and free throws have been the two biggest things that have helped the Lobos really seal this game.
Hewley fouling Schrader. Schroeder's going to go to the line. 44-60. 44-60, that's right. The Lampkins behind. They have not been able to score much this last 2.5 minutes of this game. Lobos have been going to the line multiple times. Both teams have 10 fouls each, so it's a double bonus. A little under a minute, 55 seconds left, 55.5. Romero going to be checking out, and I think Coach Tefel is going to substitute a couple off the bench just to give them some experience, thinking they have this one in hand at a 16-point lead. Schrader hits this one. Comes off the bench. Lucero coming in for him. Sam Tiley coming down. He's going to go for a three. He's got a nice looking shot, but not enough to be able to run that. Foul. Looks like it's going to be a foul against number 21, Hewley. That'll be his third foul. And that will put them on the double bonus on the line. Fisher for the Lobos stepping up. Well, you got to hand it. Lobos 5-6 coming in here. They are 3-1 away. They know how to win on the road. They are 2-0 in league. So once they got into league, they're starting to own their play. Though, as Kevin mentioned before, two of the easier teams in the conference. But to come across town on a very difficult team to play against, the Lampkins definitely are a team to not mess with. They're going to be a good team. Schmidt's going to get them in order, but right now this game is going to be in the Lobos' hands as it's about 30 seconds left, and it is a 18-point deficit for the Lampkins, who are doing some defense, trying to see if they can get a 5-second, but too little too late. As the clock runs down, 12 seconds. Now at 8. Refs are not going to call any 5-second calls. 2 seconds, and it's over. Lampkins, in a crosstown rivalry, trying to hold their home court, cannot win their first home game yet. They are 0-3 at home, end up 3-9 on the season, and 0-2 in league. The Lobos come across town, improve their record to 6-6, 3-0 in league, and a key thing here, they're 4-1 on the road. You got to give credit for them being behind early and often, but coming back in that fourth quarter, taking the lead and shutting the Lampkins down. Well, what a fun night. Doubleheader here. The Lampkin girls win early on, 42-37 over the Rocky Mountain Lobos, but come right back and you take a look at the Lobos take one back with a victory over the Lampkins, 62-44 here at Fort Collins High School in Northern Colorado. We're here at Stream It Sports, and I tell you, nothing can be brought to you except for the great sponsorship that we've had with First Bank and Pedersen Toyota, as well as Jim's Wings. We want to thank you so much with regards to coming tonight and watching us on high definition streaming live. You'll be able to get this on demand a little bit later on. I want to give my shout out to Max Fink on the camera, as well as my broadcast partner and producer here, Cody McCoy. My name is Eric Freoff. Come back and watch another one of these fantastic games here on Stream It Sports Live. And a good night.
Poudre School District High School Basketball, live on Stream It Sports Northern Colorado, has been brought to you by Schrader Oil. Fuel your day by Pedersen Toyota in Fort Collins. Everything cars made easy by Jim's Wings, Northern Colorado's favorite wings since 1991. And by First Bank. Visit any of our convenient locations in Northern Colorado. First Bank, banking for good. This has been a Stream It Sports NoCo production of Poudre School District High School Sports. You can find all of our broadcasts, past and present, by visiting